Good morning, everyone. My name is Audrey. I am stitchywitch42 here on YouTube and over on Instagram. This is usually my channel about cross-stitch life, the universe, and everything, but today's video is all about this journal. This journal was inspired by 3 different women whose videos I like to watch on YouTube and that I follow on Instagram. The first one is Priscilla. She has released the Craftin', and all of these will be linked down below. She had done a video that she was going to do a 7-day challenge, and I was really inspired by the theme of her challenge and wanted to do it, but it coincided with me going to a cross-stitch retreat, so I didn't follow the whole challenge. The second person that inspired me, her name is Nicole, and she is Nature Spirit Journals. Her videos on YouTube are in German, so I follow her mostly on Instagram because on Instagram you can hit translate and read what she's saying, but she's an amazing artist. And the third person that inspired me is a lady that I've mentioned many times. Her name is Louisa Heinzel, and she does videos on YouTube in both German and English. And she also makes amazing journals, but she does her own printable digital art pieces. And I've used that in the making of this journal. So one of Priscilla's prompts in her challenge was to create a book of shadows, and that was my original idea. So I made the cover of this journal before I went to my retreat in September. And this is what I created. When I printed out the digital printable from Louisa, this raven faced the opposite direction, but I realized with our computer that I could reverse it and I could get it to print out the direction that I wanted it to. So what I did is I made my journal using a manila folder, which if you have seen any of my other videos about journaling, it's the base that I like to use because I think it makes an interesting journal. But I covered the front, I covered all of the manila folder with this background paper, which I got from Amazon, and if I can find the link, I'll put that down below too. And then I created this design. This design was what I was inspired by Nicole. It was a post that she had on her Instagram, very, very similar, in the fact that it had a raven on it. The rest of it, completely different. But I made this before I went to my retreat and absolutely thought about this every day I was there, trying to figure out what else I was going to do with it. And over the last month and a half, this is what I've created. So we've got the front of the journal. I've left the back of the journal plain. But when you open it up, there is a pocket here. And then this side opens up again, and this is why I like the manila folders, because you can create another long pocket here, which I did. This is Louisa's digital printables. Everything will be linked down below. And I made a tag that goes inside this. So I look at this journal and I think that it's autumnal with a touch of Halloween. These are also some of her printables, and I think they're gorgeous. So then here is another pocket. If we come back to the back side, we have a pocket back here. Here I decided to make a belly band, and here is the way that this image originally looked. And you can see it's close, but it's different. And then there's a pocket here and another tag that I made from her images. What I liked about these images of Louisa's were they give you an autumnal vibe, and even these darker ones here reminds me of the foggy mornings that we get in fall when the weather is changing and you get the cool nights and the foggy mornings, and I think it's beautiful, beautiful images. The papers that I used on the inside are papers that I dyed myself. There is another lady, and if I can find the video, I will link her also. But she came up with a way of dyeing papers that was different to me, and that's what I tried to do with some of these. So, again, some of Louisa's digital printable here. This paper, when I dyed it, I coffee stained it first, and then after it was dry, I crumpled it up and used some Tim Holtz Distress sprays, and sprayed it while it was all wadded up, and then let them dry slowly in the oven. And when you open them up, you got this pooling of colors, and I think it's gorgeous. But this first page here, we have a flip out here. If somebody wanted to, they could glue down both ends and make it into a pocket. I have some original invoice paper here. This one, this was a mistake. I was going to make a pocket here, and I glued this edge. So I didn't make a pocket, but it looks like a pocket. It's a fake pocket. We're going with that. This was something I found in my stash, and it kind of fit the theme, so I thought I would tuck that in there. These are rub-on images. Absolutely love them. Fit the autumnal theme. More of Louisa's paperwork and some bits from Tim Holtz and some dried flowers that I had. And there's a pocket there. This is some more of the paper that I dyed using that spray-on technique, only this page was not crumpled up. And this design here actually came from the pan I dried it in, which I liked so much I left it. I have a stencil of a sunflower there. This is more of that lovely crumpled up paper that I did. And where it tore, I just sewed it back together again to give it a Franken vibe. On this side, I created a little pocket to help reinforce that Frankenstein piece there. And then I put one of Louisa's digitals in there and a coupon that I had. The leaf comes from some fake leaves that I have in my hallway. I kind of stole one or two because that's what you do. And the thing with this, the way I sewed it on, you could actually put something down inside here and use those as miniature pockets if you wanted to. This is more of that crumpled up ink stain page, and it's the center of the journal, and honestly, I love how this looks. It is so pretty and so grungy, and just the way the colors blended together, and you get the oxide effect from some of the sprays that I used. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. This is more of Louisa's digital printable. I used a die cut and took the flower out of it and then put the flower back behind it here. Another stencil back there, but that's another little pocket there. Here's another one of the leaves I stole from my hallway. a piece of scrap of her digital there, and this one, you could tuck something up underneath that. You can see where there's more of the Frankenstein stitching here. Another piece of Louisa's paper, some more Tim Holtz ephemera, and again it makes a little pocket there, and another piece I found in my stash. And then this page. I love this page. This is some of Louisa's paper, but remember when I was saying this page back here, you saw the pan that I put it on, the design from the pan. It made it look like a sunflower to me. I see the center of the sunflower, and since this is an autumnal piece and a lot of the digital images have sunflowers on them, I had to leave this page as it was. So I just folded it over, added this piece on the front of it. Again, this could be glued down to make a pocket, but I think that's too pretty to cover. Some more of the rub-on leaves. And then back here I have this little pocket here and another pocket here. This is a little piece that was sent to me from my friend Chris. And, you know, I am stitchywitch42. This journal needed to have a witch in it. Back here I have one more last little pocket in here that you could put something down inside there, with another one of Louisa's digital photo prints and a little Tim Holtz piece there. I love how this journal turned out, but I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to put it up for sale. My channel name here on YouTube is stitchywitch42. On Instagram, I am stitchywitch42, but I also have a second Instagram page called stitchywitch42 dstash. And next Sunday, October 13th, I will be listing this and putting it up for sale on my stitchywitch42 dstash page. So if you're interested in seeing more pictures, or if you're interested in purchasing it, that's where it will be listed on Sunday, October 13th. The amount of shipping that I am charging for this is for within the U.S. only. If you live outside of the U.S., you need to contact me and we need to figure out what the shipping would be if it were to go international. But I wanted to share my video with you, my journal with you. I love it, but I can't keep everything that I make, so this one will be going up for sale. And if you found that you liked any of the content of this journal, please please subscribe to my channel, please follow me on YouTube, on Instagram, and thank you very much for watching me. Live long and craft on, my friends. Bye-bye.